Hi Taurus, how are you keeping? Good, I hope. Welcome to your weekly reading with me, Cindy. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, baby Venus. Now, this week is a little bit different. I've been called to, well, sort of nagged. It was like a nagging thing all weekend. It's like, you gotta do something different, Cindy. The collective needs to hear something different. Like, okay, I can do that. I can do that. So, what you need to hear is, I've got it all written down here to keep me like on track, is what makes you so beautiful? What makes you, like, what is the beautiful gift that you bring to others? What is this? What is it that is just, it's needed by the planet? This is why you're here, kind of thing, energy, right? Like, this is really to make you see inside yourself and see how valuable you are as a person. So I don't have to explain it for 12 signs, but you can go back to Aquarius, Pisces, or Aries. The first three there, it just like in the first 5 minutes, I get into that full on why. There's just a lot of stuff that I've encountered in general readings I've been doing for people and Scorpio reading. So anyways, yeah, that's what we're doing. So I'm keeping it simple. We have Return of Spirit Oracle deck. Let's not go there. Let's hope you're not going there, because Aries was a little bit risque yesterday. But I gotta do what I gotta do. So that's at the bottom. That's not yours yet. That's not your card yet. So Return of Spirit Oracle deck is, I'm gonna shuffle it, and what comes out is your gift, what makes you so beautiful. And then I'm going to my very special Starman Tarot. I've only ever once used this for one private reading. It was the only time. And I was called to do it. And neither me or the person who I did the reading for still understand the reading. It was so esoteric. It was weird. I don't know. Maybe at some point it's going to make sense. But it makes sense for me when I do my own readings. That's the deck I do for me. So I'm sharing it with you. It's my deepest part of me I'm sharing with you guys today. So this is a Starman Tarot. It's also inspired and in collaboration with David Bowie. It's pretty cool. It's pretty out there, man. What is that? Ground control to Major Tom. Yeah, well, there you go. Major Tom. He's coming in. So the tarot is going to, discuss how you bring this to others. How do you do this? What is it that you're doing, right? And in the second oracle card that I'm going to pull out is either how this is blocked or just not being used to its full capacity for you. So whatever comes out, you might be like, yeah, I know that. I kind of felt that. I always felt that. So the next oracle card, though, will be, how to really open that up even more. Even if you're open to it, we cannot stop opening up our gifts until we're dead. That's pretty much it. That's the journey, amongst other things. And the guidance and outcome with this tarot for that oracle card. So, Taurus, let's get started, shall we? Let's get started. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What makes them so beautiful? What is the beautiful gift that they bring to others in this lifetime? What is the beautiful gift that they bring to others in this lifetime? You really had to, right? Like nobody else has done too. You had to do too. You have to do too. Oh boy. Yeah. Can see that. The second one is going to be interesting. The first one I can see that for sure. So the first one we have the right order. The right order. I get this card a lot in guidance for myself because I'm an Aries and I don't do anything in the right. I'm just like, let's just do it. Let's just do it and see what happens, man. Like, let's just live on the edge. Let's just take a leap of faith and go. The spirit is like, okay, that's great. That's a good idea. But, okay, get it in the right order. You need the dirt before you put the seed in the water. Or it's going to drown. Oh, okay, yeah. So, but see, what I'm getting at here is the Taurus. I can see that because you guys make the plan. You guys do make the plan. You stick to it. You research it. You figure it out. You understand it. And then you do. You execute it. So it's actually successful. That's pretty good. So you do also help people. Like you do this in your own life. So you do it as an example to others. And, but you help people get it in the right order. It's like, Little bossy pants too, right? Come on, Taurus. How many of you out there, how many Tauruses watching out there are in some sort of leadership role? I'm just going to ask. Because I think, well, this is funny. I Googled this once before, and I think the most dominant astrological sign for dictators at this point in history has been Tauruses. And then I think it falls very closely behind with Aries. So we're both like, people need to know what to do, right? You got to tell them. They don't know how to get it in the right order. So you just got to tell them how to put it in the right order so that it can be successful. So that is good, because it tells me too, well, the second card, when you see it, it tells me that you do help people achieve their goals in life, which is huge. That's great. That's amazing. That really is awesome. And because you got the second one is the caretaker. So you do probably spend a lot of time, I want to say too, caring a little bit more for others maybe than yourself. But it feels fairly well balanced. Not, I don't know, is it just me? Like looking at the image on the camera, it looks like it's down the center, but when I look at it on my own, it doesn't look like it's down the center, but maybe that's an illusion from the brown to the green. So maybe you waver. Maybe sometimes you are keeping that balanced, you are looking after yourself, and other times you do put a little more of yourself into others than you. But you are caretaking by getting people to get it in the right order too. Come over. Getting them to get it in the right order, right? It's like, don't rush into it. All that divine timing and everything. The right order. I know. I hear it. And I swear to goodness, I probably have an awful lot of spirit guides that are Tauruses. Or have been. At least harness that energy. They're like, Cindy, you have great ideas. I know. Okay. So, my dear Tauruses, I love you guys. You're great. See? You help me get in the right order. Oh, the first one. Ooh, the Three of Cups. This is like a collaboration. This is, you know, you can do this. So this is, so the cards that are going to come out is how you bring this to others. I feel like you actually bring this to others in a very jovial way. Like, let's work together. Let's have a good time. You know what? Let's meet after work. We can talk about it over a couple of drinks or coffee or tea or however you want to shoot that. But you're not so, at least the Taurus is coming to this video. Wow, these ladies are totally naked. I didn't see that before. That's interesting. I wonder what some of you are getting in the right order. Yeah, there's 3 fine ladies here looking up at your cups. Wow, the artwork in this is interesting. There's definitely a deeper message here. Oh, Taurus. Yeah, I see the message. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. It's like I shower you. You shower others with... Okay, come on. Come on, focus. Do you see these golden hands here? I feel like looking at... I feel like this is you. These are your golden hands, Taurus. And these are the cups. You spill it over for people. Like you give. You do, because you are the caretaker, so you nourish. I just don't know why there's 3 naked ladies in the circle. That's your private business, okay? That's your private business. But yeah, like showering. This is how you do it. You shower. You like give of yourself. You really do give of yourself. You give of your time. You give of your energy. You give your commitment to the goal. Get it in the right order. Let's really get this. That's good. Like, I don't know who's coming to this reading, but it sounds like you probably really do. You make really good accomplishments for yourself, but you do that by helping others in your group or your community or your work or wherever reach their accomplishments also. Ooh, there we go. What's coming out here? Oh, interesting. Huh. Okay, so now we have the 8 of Swords. You know, typically the 8 of Swords is someone who doesn't want to look at something. They're not ready to look at it. They've convinced themselves there's nothing there to look at. They don't want to look at it. Boy, there's a lot of crows flying around there, though, telling them, you know what, there's a truth here to be seen. There is a truth here to be seen. So this is how you bring this you know, helping people reach their goals, how you, bless you, how you, people, there's things that people don't always want to see, but I feel like you're very persistent. You're very persistent with trying to get them to see what maybe they don't want to look at. And that makes a lot of sense. I can say, you know what? I think it's great. I think it's great. I feel like I'm really being your zodiac neighbor and being like two very different types of people. But I do have my moon in Taurus, so it grounds me a little bit. I can really see how that comes together here for you with this right order, the 8 of Swords. Because, you know, like you can have someone like me that's very enthusiastic about something. I have this amazing idea. I'm going to go and get started. I'm going to get all this money and I'm going to throw it into this project. You're like, well, wait a second. Wait a second, dear Aries. Taurus is going to speak up here because, have you thought about, like, is there even, can you do that long term? Like, where will you get the supplies to do that? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so who are your customers going to be? I don't know. Nancy down the street likes my stuff. Okay. Well, it's going to take more than Nancy to keep this going. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, all right. But I was so excited about this. Okay, it's okay. But you need to look at the things that you don't want to look at. You know, it takes a bit of effort. Now, this is interesting, too, because the next card that comes in, this is very interesting. I'd love to know who's coming into this reading. Like, you really, it's interesting. So, 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles. This is a lack of, you know, feeling a lack of abundance or needing to move away from a situation or something. I feel like you can be, you can kind of be that person, you know, I don't want to call it a rain on my parade. That's what an Aries would call it. You're raining on my parade. I was so excited and now you're bringing reality into the situation. What the hell, right? But you will help people see the reality in a situation. You will help people see the reality in a situation. Because really, what is the point of wasting your time and your resources and your effort and your emotions and everything on something that, you know, isn't going to go anywhere? You should look at that now. Look at that now. Be aware of it now. Open your eyes to that now. And know that now is the time to walk away from the situation before you get really deep into it. It's actually brilliant. That's kind of brilliant. I'm going to watch this video. I think I could learn a lot from you guys on this one. Now, there's two, oh, wow, you guys. 2 others that have come out here. So that gives us 4. I'm just in one of those, like, this week of readings is like, give me more cards. Give me more cards, Spirit. And usually I'm like, oh, God, so many cards. You guys are making me work hard. I think there's just so much to be told. And I think this is such an important... Are you guys feeling this? Are you, like, feeling this as a Taurus? Like, this is what you do. And this is amazing. This is really quite amazing. And you know what might be interesting is that, you know, I think in some of these readings, you know, people are going to come to them and like, yeah, I know I do that. I don't understand what so much, but like, I don't do that. I love your reading because I am not like that. I'm not like that at all. I try to be, but I'm not a Taurus, so I'm not. But this is really great. This is amazing. Like, yeah, you can really save people a lot of trouble here. And I still, like, but this is really the key for me. And it's a caretaker because you are taking care of people. Like, you know what? Don't do this to yourself. You're not going to get success out of it. Or just don't do it this way. You need to get it in the right order. That's what you need to do. Yeah, I can see why you guys are dictators. But now here's the thing. I love you guys. Don't, you know that. You know, I always get great comments from Taurus. I know. We like to joke with each other. King of Cups. The next one is the King of Cups. Wow, he has really funny feet. I thought I had funny feet. This guy's got funny feet. Why does he have such funny feet? Wow, the guy is like come out of a car accident. Okay, I'm gonna let you. Sorry, I'm just like enamored by this this King of Cups here. It's hard to get. They're so long in my screen. It's like this. So Yeah. Do you see, like, everything that's going on here with this dude? Look at that car. It's like a car wreck. But what is going on in his mind? And look at this energy from this cup that's feeding. Looks like his third chakra area. And his feet almost look damaged from this car wreck. But it's a spaceship car wreck. This is fascinating. Okay, let's first it's the King of Cups. Let's just go there. It's the King of Cups. So you do what you do for people, and it comes from a very deep place within you. But because it is the king is in a lot of control of his feelings. You don't show this. People are like, Mr. Executive over there doesn't really have any feelings about the situation. You know, he just wants us to get it in the right order. But no, that's not what it is that you do. You actually do this from a deeper place within yourself. And it is to find success in your own life. But I'm feeling like you do not find success in your achievements if others cannot succeed along with you. It's beautiful. It's really wonderful. Goodness. It's really beautiful energy. Yeah, like this guy has come out of a car wreck. So that's what I'm getting with that as the King of Cups. That's the typical message. There's more here. If you could just give me a second to get the rest of this message out. Wow, that cup has got like a big chunk of gold in it. There's golden nuggets on the base. And this feeds your third chakra. Oh, wow, you have an, interesting, Taurus. So you guys have, like, up in the chest, like the heart chakra, you have a lightning bolt. Oh, wow. You have a lightning bolt. Look at that. Oh, Lily. Lily's in the room. Is that focusing? Am I too close? I don't know what I'm doing. Ooh, hello. You know what's beautiful about that is, like, you really do a lot from this place. Isn't that funny? You do a lot. Like, a lot of what you do come from your heart. So you are very heart focused. You may not even realize it. It's just this feeling like this is the right thing to do. If I'm going to succeed in this this project or this endeavor, I'm going to need this, this, and this to happen. And I'll need this, this, and this from that person. What can I do to get them on board to this project? You know, it's sort of like that's the thought process, but you're thinking about that because you're feeling what your energy is. Like if you're feeling like I need to do this to succeed, I need to take advantage of Steve, Jane, and John so that they will do whatever I need to have done. That would be the King of Swords. That would be the King of Swords. But the King of Cups is like, no, I do need, who was it? John, Jane, and I don't know, Steve. I need them to help me with this project, but how can we work together as a team so that they feel success in this and they'll want to do it? Because that's what makes you feel better. So it's really beautiful. So but you know what's really interesting? That I'm seeing that lightning bolt in the heart. And this gold energy is feeding the third chakra, which is is the house of the soul. Your cups, your own cups of, because yeah, Taurus likes the three-dimensional. Taurus very much likes, wealth, comfort, three-dimensional, wonderful things in life, the good things in life. But this actually, it's interesting. It feels like to me, this feeds. Because you are earth energy, you're very grounded, and you are here for that very three-dimensional experience. These three-dimensional things that you bring into your life, that you want to bring into your life, they actually feed the house of your soul. You know, the way this is going in to that third chakra area, it just feels like it feeds that, and that energizes the heart, which is where you really function off of. It's quite interesting. Very quite interesting. You know, and it's funny that he has this wrecked up car. Because it's not. It really, wow. Oh, wow. I'm learning so much about you guys. It's interesting. It's not, you know, a lot of people will look at Taurus and go, oh, yeah, well, Taurus wants all these fine things in life, and Taurus wants this and that. It's all about the material stuff. He couldn't care less. He's got this old car. It's his favorite car. He's just, you know, times have changed quite a bit since he had this car, and he's had to put little rockets on the bottom of it because that's how people travel now. But that's my favorite car. I'm not getting rid of that car. So you know where the value is for you. It's very interesting. And by doing that, though, it somehow feeds your heart chakra. So if you are living in a lack, this is what's interesting. This is what's really interesting. If you are living in a lack, feeling lack, like lack in what's around you, lack in the things that you really crave three-dimensionally, like I want to make enough money so I can buy my favorite bottle of red wine every Friday night. Or I want to make enough money so that there's that leather couch that I've sat on, a few times now at that fancy store. God, that feels good. It feels so good. Like, it almost like nurtures you. That's why you get it. Like, it's quite interesting. It really nurtures you. And you want to be able to nurture others. You want people to succeed. Like, no, when it's time. Take a look. Really look at it. Are you getting it in the right order? Because you have all this enthusiasm about success, but you haven't looked at the process, at the plan, the divine timing. So maybe it's time to walk away from it before you get started on it. Will it lead to this feeling of lack? Because that feeling of lack you don't like. So you like, that drives you. Like, we can't have that. We can't be doing that. We need to have, this is so interesting. I love that I'm doing this. The Four of Swords. I'm so mesmerized by the artwork in this deck. Like, I've used it for a while. It's almost easier for me to show you. Everybody turn your head. You know what you should do is freeze. My son knows how to do it. I don't remember how to do it. I think it's like one of those pop-up things. If you're on like a mobile device, you can freeze the screen so it doesn't do that on you. I'm not very technical with that stuff. But look at that, Four of Swords. It just fits so much nicer that way in the screen. Gosh, it's beautiful, isn't it? Oh my gosh. I could just look at this artwork all day. So electrifying. Wow. Like, one of the swords is going right through the back of the head. Wow, this is interesting. So the message I'm getting with this, actually, Taurus, is, a lot of people, when they're in the Four of Swords energy, so, and I have to remember, not everyone's familiar with the tarot, but the Four of Swords is taking a time out. It's taking time away. It's usually like kind of meditative energy. It's self-reflection. It's a break after a battle, or at least a lot of hard work. It's a break. It's just... there's an awful lot of energy going on around you when you're taking that break. And it's almost as if this is the caretaker part that's coming in. And I think this is a bit of the part for you in how you bring this to others, because it can be draining. What you're doing here. There's a lot of energy exchange going on between like the house of the soul into the heart chakra and pouring that out to others, for others to succeed so that you can succeed. That's a lot. That's like getting that all in the right order. That's a lot of work there. It's so easy for me as an Aries to say, hey, we're going to start this project. Let's go. It's like, there's a lot to do. Oh, come on, don't get so technical. Four of Swords. When you are in the Four of Swords, when you are taking that time out, when you are just, I just need some quiet time, I just need to pull away from everything you do, because you are actually putting a lot of yourself into whatever it is you are actively doing when you are actively doing it. But there's still so much energy that floats around you. It's almost like even when you shut down, there's still a lot of energy around you, and it's not so much turning off the energy, but it's getting the energy back into the right order. Like, so that it's flowing. It's not chaotic. It's not chaotic. You really need to take that Four of Swords energy, because you're focusing on this higher truth too. You are focusing on this higher truth. Beautiful. I'm being called to just pull the card from the top. What is it? It's the Queen of Swords. Yeah, this is what happens. This is what happens, Taurus. If you don't, this is why I'm being called. This part of this reading is about, these two cards are about you in terms of looking after yourself, because this is the process here. The other cards were the process of how you deliver this right order and what it really is, and the caretaker aspect. But so the Queen of Swords with this Four of Swords, if you don't do this, you will easily turn into Queen of Swords energy, and she cuts people out. She cuts stuff out. Like, I'm just not doing this right now. I'm not putting up with your crap. I'm not doing this right now. Like, you know, Queen, and there's no, the heart chakra, no. She might have feelings, but boy, it's nobody's seeing it, nobody's feeling it, nobody's knowing it, including you. So you do need to make sure you take that Four of Swords so that you don't end up as the Queen of Swords, because you are the King of Cups. This is how you're functioning. I know these aren't like your zodiacs for the tarot, but this is the energy. This is how you work with it. This is how you harness it. So if you don't take that time out to calm your mind, to pull your mind away from, because getting everything in the right order is an awful lot of thinking. That's all. Makes me sound really dumb. It's like, I can't do that. Anyways, that's a lot of thinking, Taurus. And you need to come out of, you need to go into the Four of Swords to come away from this, so that you don't move yourself from being the King of Cups to the Queen of Swords. You know, it's not as bad as the King of Swords. There's still some sort of feeling here, but you're not really utilizing it. And you see, it's not being utilized. There's no electric bolt in the chest. There's no, because I feel like you start to get into a feeling of lack. And when you start to get into that feeling of lack, you don't have that energy that kind of comes in and feeds the house of your soul there. All right, that's cool. Now, how is this blocked, or what needs to be done to really expand this for you? To really expand this for you. Oh, wow. The violet flame. That's really interesting. Oh yeah, now I see it. I couldn't see it with my glasses on yesterday. I was doing like practices with this yesterday, like figuring out how I'm going to do it, what the card's going to mean. And this card came out. The violet flame. So much reflection here. You know, when you see something and you're never going to unsee it, I'm not going to tell you what it is because I don't want you to see it. But this is about being, you know, like darkness. Being in darkness and finding your own light again. I'm actually going to pull the book out on this one for the violet flame. Most of us experience a dark or difficult time at some point or another in our lives. And though it may feel like it will never end or never be better, the violet flame card is here to tell you that it will be. This is interesting. So this is, I feel like this part of the reading is for anyone that is just not, that is a Taurus feeling like there is a lack of abundance, like feeling lack right now. This is really for you. This is that part here. The only way to conquer the shadows in our life is to turn off all the lights and face the darkness head on. This is a process of purification. The violet flame shines its light, providing you with the way and means to see your way out of the inner darkness once the shadows have been conquered. The experience you are having right now, although painful and challenging, is providing you with the means and opportunity to clearly see what it is and is not working in your life anymore. To clearly see what is and is not working in your life anymore. It can help you to see how you have been allowing yourself to be in the world and how you have been holding yourself back. It can help bring the clarity to recognize the people who help serve your highest good and those who do not. It's interesting, right? In the center of the fractal image is the symbol of the bat. In animal medicine, the bat is a symbol of change. He holds the light of the violet flame for you as a means of guiding you through this process of change. When you do make your way back, out of the darkness, you will find that neither you nor your life is exactly the same as before. Change is an inevitable part of this process. It is nearly complete, sweet soul. Just know that once you have made your way through, you will be stronger, both within yourself and on your journey. You will have more clarity about your path and how you want to walk it. I like that card a lot. Now, what's really beautiful about that is, Taurus, you can be one of those signs that's not too hotsy-totsy about change. And I think, so what I'm feeling here is because sometimes, it's interesting. That's interesting. This is a whole secondary message. Wow. So sometimes the right order, and this is how Aries can manifest, because we do get things done without, planning a lot. Sometimes the right order is a leap of faith in knowing that the universe will take care of it. That's really interesting. That's the part here. So it's easy for you is what I'm getting. It's easy for you to handle change as long as you are in control of it and you've got everything in the right order and everyone is doing what you think needs to be done. The violet flame, this is the part that is saying, how do you really release this beautiful aspect of yourself? So there are times when you are not the one that will get it in the right order. You're just not capable. You don't know enough about the situation. You don't know about all the background energies and circumstances that are playing out to give you success in something. And that's the key here to these two cards. That's the key to these two cards. This house of the soul for me, this third chakra, really that's the gut. What does your gut tell you? Always comes down to the guts, man. Always comes down to the guts. What does your gut tell you? If your mind is sitting here, and you're trying to get the answers, you're meditating, you're thinking, you're trying to understand it, and you just can't get the answer, you just can't figure out what the right order would be or how you would execute it, it doesn't make sense. That's when you need to release. And the violet flame is asking you to walk into the darkness, which is also just, have a little bit of blind faith sometimes. Just have a little blind faith in your Aries friend. They're not totally crazy. Have a little blind faith in your Aries friend. And go with your gut. Because if your gut is telling, your gut is very well fed, I'm getting, by the energies of this earth somehow. Whatever connection y'all got going on here, Taurus. The energies of the earth really feed your gut and nourish your heart. And if you just feel like this is the direction this needs to go, I feel it. It feels good to think about going in that direction. I think about going in this direction and it just doesn't feel good. But I don't know how to go in this direction because there's no plan. There's no one there to help me execute it. I really like how this reading is going now because this is how I live. I just do it. The universe is going to provide, man. Just let it happen. Yeah, it's good. So that's the part where you're going to know because there's times where it's like, this is so easy for me. And this is interesting. So what I'm getting here is, for some Tauruses and for a lot of people too, because you have a lot of resources and things are really understood in work. So I know if this is what I want to do in work, this is how I'm going to do it. And Joe and John and Susie and Steve and Mark and all those people are going to come and help me do that. But I want to do, maybe this is a personal part of your life and it's like, because, and I think that's true. I think earth signs, maybe not so much Virgo, but definitely Taurus and Capricorn, you guys can really know how to execute stuff in your work lives, your professional lives. But then in your personal lives, sometimes you get stuck, get a little bit stuck. And that is this violet flame energy here about, you know, if your gut tells you, because your guts are good. This King of Cups has got some good guts here. Some good guts. Just go forward. Just go forward and let the universe handle getting it in the right order for you. I like that. The release. Yay! Any cross-watching Aries in the house are like, yay, just go for it. Just go for it, man. Sometimes you really just need to jump off the bridge and hope that there's no rocks full of the water. Now, that's one of those times where you might want to get it in the right order and tell all your Aries friends on the bridge, don't jump, just wait, I'm going down to look. That's going to be really dumb. Don't do that. Okay, guidance and outcome. Well, we kind of got the guidance with the violet flame. Let's see what comes out with these tarot cards for the outcome here. What is the outcome like for you with following these? Oh, ooh. Ooh, 2 more came out. Ooh la la. Oh, Taurus. It's so naughty. Interesting. Ooh, wow. All right. Well, the first one, my dear Taurus, is the Devil card. There's Capricorn energy. The Devil card. I'll show it to you this way and that way. Any way you want it, baby. This is an interesting Devil card. You know, Devil... Sorry, you gotta give me time with this tarot deck. Well, so as I'm really going into the artwork here, the Devil card, you know, is about, to me, the devil is within us all. And that is the part of us that makes us, you know, we can develop a bad habit. We can overthink something to the point that it's not healthy for us. We can... addictions, and you know, even thinking can be an addictive thought process. God, it's almost mesmerizing. It's really weird because the roots are coming out of his arms. You would think the roots would come out of his feet. I mean, if you want a good foundation and to be well grounded, the roots need to come out of the feet, not the arms, right? And the head. It's got the roots coming out of the head. I'm actually going to pull a clarifier for this Devil card. I'm gonna pull a clarifier. I want to show you though. So, because this is sort of the guidance and the outcome. I feel that there's more behind this Devil card than what I'm picking up on. I mean, you do need a foundation here, is the obvious to me. Like, you do need to have that foundation created. Okay, yeah. You do need to have the foundation created. And when, because it is really very Taurus to have the control to get everything in the right order and make this plan and execute it and make it happen and help people see the reality in a situation and how it needs to be adjusted, how we can make it successful. It's really what makes the world go round. Like, it's very important. But there are those times where, you know, the violet flame has come here to say there's times where you need to walk into the darkness and have faith. You are not as much as you believe you are, Taurus. You are not God. You're very God-like. But you are not Source. You are part of Source. But you are part of Source in a disconnected way. So you don't have the whole picture. So sometimes you need to take that leap of faith. And I'm feeling like, so what I'm really getting with this Devil card is that when you don't take that leap of faith, you work on it in a way that just, it doesn't matter how hard you try. You can't get the solution. You can't make it happen. You can't get it in the right order. And it's like, for the love of God, but I really know that this is for me. I really want this. I want this to happen. but it's just not lining up. And it's because you're trying too hard. You're trying too hard. And what ends up happening is because you're over-focused on you need to do it. You need to have the power to do it. And that's what this devil card is. It's like just you know, the devil card doesn't release. The devil card doesn't release. It can be like, it can be desire and lust. It can be good times. And maybe that, but there's a little bit of that. But it's more about this, I need to be the one to get it in the right order. You see, when you don't understand how this seed is going to produce, you don't know where, you don't understand that you actually needed to be the hanged man here, because the roots are coming out of the head and coming out of the arms. So if you were the hanged man and you put yourself upside down and you looked at the situation in a completely different way, you put your soul right on upside down and you just decided, you know what, I need to look at the world the way I've never looked at the world before. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to have some faith. Then look, see what would have happened was, you know, then these roots would have grown into the ground, and it doesn't seem logical, but somehow you would have ended up with a solid foundation so that you can continue to grow. And that's those times where you need to take a leap of faith here and allow the universe to get it and to take care of you and get it in the right order. So the next one is the Two of Cups. Love this card. I love these two. This is very kumbaya. Very kumbaya. Two of Cups, though. This is wonderful soulmate energy. See, and it's interesting because it felt like, you know, you know how to do it at work, but in your personal life, yeah, you don't know. That's where you got to walk into the violet flame. Walk into the darkness and wait for the violet flame to show you the light. Hallelujah, Taurus, you see the light. Yeah, that, well, yeah. Two of Cups, like two people, mutual, beautiful energy exchange, balance, love, happiness, fruitfulness, acceptance of one another, sharing equally, giving equally, taking equally, give and take, flow, yin and yang, lovely energy. And it sits right under the violet flame. And then the Two of Swords, oh man. Oh. Yeah, I didn't go into the Two of Swords. You know, I was really focused on that devil energy. Now I get it. The Two of Swords. This was so we had the devil card, the Two of Cups, and the Two of Swords that came out for guidance and outcome. So when you allow the universe to take control and get it in the right order for you, when you just release and let it happen, you actually have more choices. The Two of Swords can sometimes be about indecision, but this person seems pretty aware of what's going on to the point into their body, like into, oh my God, they have freaking tarantulas on their shoulders. Those things. Yeah, do you take the pearl or do you take the cobra? I don't know. Yeah, it's up to you. But this person's eyes are wide open and they're split down the middle. That could be a hard choice though. It's kind of like whatever I choose, I feel like it pulls me apart. Okay, what's the top card? Oh, there we go. Ace of Swords. Oh, it does. Now I get it. Do you get it? Do you understand why that pulled you apart? Yeah, to have a new beginning. The Ace of Swords, to have that clarity, right? To have that new beginning, to understand, to be able to create new things. You need to be pulled apart. Oh yeah, Taurus. You guys do that to others, I'm sure. Because you are, stop. Stop right there. This plan is not working. These choices aren't good. You need to stop. You're not looking at the big picture, right? With the Eight of Swords, you're not looking at the big picture. This is not going to bring you success. This is only going to bring a detriment and a feeling of lack. You really need to get it in the right order. This is also how to stop you from not getting it in the right order. When you can't, when it is something on a deeper level, you need to release to the universe and know that the universe has your back if it's for you, and you will have the choice. The choice might feel like it's pulling you apart. You need to release and allow it to pull you apart. Taurus, allow it to pull you apart, Because in doing so, then you end up in the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is a brand new beginning. It's clear. I understand now. I can and look at this Ace of Swords. Look at all this fetal development around it. Like the growth, new ideas, growing and expanding, everlasting. Pretty cool energy. Yeah. And that's it. I think so. Yeah, I didn't need a clarifier for the devil after I really understood why the roots were there and that you really needed to turn the devil into the hangman and put him upside down because you didn't understand how the seed was going to grow. We don't know. Right? Like, you don't know. Even if it's not a personal situation, but it's like, I really want that position, or I really want that, that job opportunity. If it's something like that, but damn, all the people that have that position, it's like a lifetime, and none of them seem to be dying. So I'm not going to get that, or retiring. So how am I going to get that? It's just like, you need to put it out there to the universe, look at it from a different angle, and have faith that the universe will get it in the right order for you. You just need to look after your stuff, and the universe will make sure that what is for you will come to you. There you go. That's great. That's great, Taurus. Thank you. I enjoyed that reading. I learned a lot about getting it in the right order. I hope you learned a lot about being, a little bit like an Aries. I learned how to be a Taurus, and you learned how to be an Aries. So it was a good, equal exchange. Thank you, guys. Have a great week. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.